Joe Rogan's numbers, as he continues to help an era of comedy that looks different than most before it, his numbers have dropped. He's no longer the number one podcast in America. Midas Touch has almost doubled his numbers recently. And part of the reason for it is a lot of his listeners are really upset about the Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, that class of richness, talking to them about the sacrifices that they need to make on behalf of America. They're upset about Elon Musk. Elon Musk, you guys been watching what's been happening with Tesla and the Tesla stock and how it is. He is just getting obliterated because we were talking earlier about likability. It seems like Elon Musk isn't polling well with anybody because it's almost impossible to be likable when you're that rich, when so many of the people absorbing you have the issues that they have with and around money. They just, I don't know who gets to be the rich person who's hugely likable when
who's
they're
the billionaire who people
famous for being rich.
Right. And Bill Burr kind of nailed this one on the head. They also don't like being told what to do by a guy that, the system kind of worked out for you. Like under Joe Biden, you became the richest man on the planet. Like, what is your problem? As a billionaire, like, how are you so mad with this country? Why do you want to change everything about this country when it kind of worked out?
Because it's not just white people.
The place that Elon Musk finds himself in at the moment, I'm curious whether he knew what he was in for, whether he could have had any idea. Because anyone can get around and get behind the idea of, yes, please, slash government inefficiency. That seems like a great idea to just slash that. But the intended and unintended consequences of that, when you're doing something like paying $44 billion to be the popular high school kid who has bought Twitter, my guess is that he had not accounted for the backlash on, we don't like you. Like, I thought that was what he was trying to buy. It wasn't just power and influence that he was trying to buy. I thought he was trying to buy.
You think
also,
he thought this was going to make him popular?
I thought he didn't think it was going to make him this unpopular.
Yeah, because usually politicians that climb aboard the Trump train, it's worked out, won the popular vote, and they do see, at least within their own party, their star ascend. It hasn't been the case for Elon Musk. That could also be because part of the campaign, even though he was adjacent to the campaign, the size and scope of his job, it wasn't really a campaign issue. So there is a bait and switch aspect to all the power that he's getting. But yeah, this is billionaires. It's a type of super villain. It's like a Bond villain type of guy. No one's like, Bond villain is the path to likability.
No, he's Lex Luthor is what it feels like, right?
I don't know how it is that you get to likable when what people associate with you is you're the richest person in the world. And he's not anymore, right? Like the amount of, if you can give me some of the numbers on how much money he has cost Tesla recently and himself, it is a bit breathtaking, and I don't even understand how it is that you can lose these sums or make these sums of money, even if you are on the cusp of innovation and the future and a gasless society that runs on electric cars.
Elon Musk is still the #1 richest person in the world, and that'll only get better because the Commerce Secretary was on Fox yesterday telling everyone to buy Teslas. Which is super legal.
But imagine you have somebody who is the richest person in the world, has gone through all these things, and is still the richest person in the world, even though he lost all this money on stock. So how far ahead was he to then tumble to then still be there?
Bezos lost half of his wealth in the divorce, and then quickly made it right back immediately after being divorced because of the separation between the wealthiest people in the world now and the people who don't have money.
Yeah, percentages on interest. Like, you can make that back very, very easily. The Tesla thing, though, like, there's a subtext to why he did that thing at the White House, too, is because when he purchased X, he borrowed money to purchase X, and as collateral, he put up shares of Tesla. So if it dips below a certain price, that puts the X thing in jeopardy.